Evening, everybody. So my name is Bernard. I'm going to talk to you this evening about test-driven development. So I'm very new to developing. I've just on day 4 of the Makers Academy. Has anybody heard of Makers Academy? So we have been I'm with kind of people who are brand new to coding, and we have spent the week. What's the first line of code that we wrote? Hello world. It was require RSpec. So we've been testing all week. We've been writing tests and then getting things to pass, which is very interesting because in the summer I did 2 weeks internship with TableFlip, which is Ollie and Alan. Websites are available. And the first thing that Ollie got me doing was testing. So we got the velocity framework kind of working on our machines. So this was in kind of August time. The reason being that velocity is considered by Meteor is that they're kind of choosing this as this is going to be our go-to testing kind of tool. So it was very easy to install. You just using the Meteor package manager and just download it, and it kind of in your app it sort of loaded a test folder, and kind of you were ready to and some example tests, and we opened it. It was really easy to kind of get going and see what it was doing. So the guys behind this, so these are the guys. So Sam here is the main person. He sort of developed the velocity framework. The velocity doesn't test things. It gives you an environment in which you can use various sort of libraries for testing. Jonas, who I've been kind of emailing over the last kind of day or so, Jonas wrote the framework that Ollie and I started to have a go at, which is the Mocha. Have you heard of Mocha? So we were using the chai assertion library, and it was very easy to set up actually, and we could just got going straight away. And then so Adrian's kind of big contribution is creating the sort of the user interface of it, or the HTML reporter. So it kind of works like this. When you run your Meteor app, once Velocity is installed, you get this. So this is your main app running on port 3000, and it creates a sort of ghost of your app running on port 5000. So tests are being run on this version of your app, and then you get a kind of spot on your main app. Showing whether your tests are passing or failing. So when you click on the dot, you kind of get your tests. And these is not surprising. It's a very simple kind of describe your test, and then it should, and your assertions. So you can see we were working our way through. This is a test that we wrote. It's failing. Go back, make adjustments. And it goes green. Yes. So so I wanted to show you this working. I'm kind of a beginner, so rather naively, when Meteor 0.9 came out, I was like, wicked, new version, yeah. So I just kind of bought the new version in, and everything broke. So I was like, oh. So I wanted to show you something. I even tried to rewind my GitHub back to an earlier version, but it doesn't work because I've now got Meteor 0.9 going. So I tried these. The reason I've been kind of emailing Jonas is kind of saying, what's the story? What's going on with Velocity? Because it hasn't been able to move across to Meteor 0.9 very smoothly. If you look on the new repository listings, it's listed as not being compatible with the new version. So they are all working on it right now. The last commit was 40 minutes ago. So they're the 3 of them are all kind of working on it. Jonas seems to be kind of really keen, and he's trying to get his Jasmine part of it working. But the Velocity core is not, it doesn't quite work yet. So I'd be kind of keep an eye on it. Maybe go to Sam's repository or something and follow him. Yeah. So when I tried to install it tonight, so I followed those instructions, but I don't know. I don't have time to kind of go through and kind of work out what's going wrong. So I thought I'll come back in a few weeks. and try it. I just want it to work really. But so kind of like to conclude my lightning talk, using it was really easy and kind of very straightforward, very comfortable. Having spent the week using RSpec, it is better than RSpec. You get your nice coloured dots, wicked. And kind of like what I'm going to subscribe to these guys' GitHubs and keep an eye on the situation. They'll do it. They'll get it kind of working. So maybe in our next meetup, we'll have like a testing environment and we can look at it again in a bit more detail. Does that sound all right? Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Nice to meet you.